settle down, everyone. Now this here is Alex, and he just moved here from the New York City. Now let's all give him a big Soap Lake Junior High welcome.
Hi, Alex.
All right, okay. Now let's open up our books to the math problem on page 68. Now, anyone think they have an idea of the answer?
I'm so sorry to interrupt. I know I'm new here, but the only book I found was this old romance novel called Flowers Drenched by Rain.
Anyone want to help Alex out? Eric.
Thank you. Due to recent budget cuts, the Greater Soap Lake, Washington School District could no longer afford books. So we had to use books obtained from the old supermarket down the street.
Thank you, Eric. Now, let's get back to our problem.
I'm so sorry to interrupt again, but there's no numbers on page 68?
Look, Alex, I'm sure that back in New York you've got word problems, what with your smashes and your don't trust the bees in apartment 23s. But here, Soap Lake, we do things our own way. Now let's get back to our problem, okay? If marigold flowers arrived at the estate of Marcus Rain 3 weeks ago, but she finally succumbed to his seductions 5 days ago, how long was she able to resist his advances? Oh, Carolyn!
16 days!
Oh, correct! That's all the time we have for math. I'll see you kids after gym.
Miss Cement, I'm just wondering.
Look, Alex, I'm sure that back in New York you've got big fancy schools and big fancy textbooks and the recent birth of Blue Ivy Carter. Here, Soap Lake, Washington, we make do with what we have.
Your New York references are very strange.
Well, I also get all my news from the old supermarket down the street, and they only have one publication there, and it's an Old People magazine from 2012.
Oh my God, Sarah, you are so good at cart! Cart, 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 cart!
What the fuck is cart?
I know that back in New York, you've got Jims and Derek Jeters and Lynn Sanities on every stinking block. But here, in this town, we got one sport, and it's the one that the kids made up with the carts from the old supermarket down the street.
These classes are also like 2 minutes long?
You think that we've got the budget for a full day of school? Let's open up those history books.
Okay, that is the same fictional book.
Well, shut the fuck up, Alex! Now, who can tell me what historical conflict made the passionate affair of Marigold and Marcus so arousingly fraught? Anyone besides Carolyn and Eric? Sarah?
What do I care? I'm going pro at cart.
Eric?
Thank you. Because of the Civil War,
Because Marcus thought incorrectly that the Civil War was about states' rights, when in fact Marigold knew that it was actually about slavery.
Oh, well, that's actually kind of accurate.
that is ridiculous. You think you're so smart because you scored higher than me on the FDBRACT.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't tell me, is that...
Okay, it is Flowers Drenched by Rain achievement
Oh,
test.
good God.
Oh, you know what, Alex? I'm sure that back in New York, you're just strutting around meeting current Mayor Michael Bloomberg and Bill Hader's beloved SNL character Stefan for brunch every weekend. But that doesn't mean that you get to come in here and insult these kids. These kids, they're smart. They know that book back to front. And you know what else? Sarah is really good at cart. If there was a league, she could play in it. So you better check that attitude at the door, just like Marigold did when she gave in to Marcus's beautiful, brawny body. Yeah. Regardless, it's time for sex ed.
Oh, okay. For sex ed, this book actually makes sense. Wait a minute.
Planned Parenthood pamphlets. No, you're telling me they have these at the supermarket down the street?
No, Alex, I brought those. The sex in that book is unfortunately not very realistic.